All right, people, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again to another one here on the coach's desk. We appreciate you being here. Of course, a whole lot of track and field events taking place today. And this is a full report on what took place today at the Miramar Invitational. Jaja, hey, I don't know why they normally take track meets to this event because always hurricane, always tornado, always a bag of wind. And is this where Grand Slam is going to be next? Interesting. But we spoke about the Shericka Jackson, Julian Alfred 300. I think that was one of the hot race. We talk about um, Rowan Watson sub 10 and Tamara Clark sub 11. Yeah, we spoke about those. Brianna Williams 11:07. All of these are winded times, of course. Yeah. So let's talk about the 4x1 relays. Yes, the 4x100 meter relays. Let's talk about those because those two 4x100 meters they were kind of shaky and sloppy, especially from a Jamaican standpoint. Of course, um, Dominica, Dominican Republic, they actually picked the start, right? But uh, the, the the starters gave them a green card because you know the two teams them there and people probably want to run. Fans want to see the people them run, and this could be a learning moment for the people that are in Jamaica who actually use that system. And sometimes you have to give a little leeway. Anyways, that's a one different story. Enough people not gonna like that statement, but it is what it is. I give my opinions on these things. Not everybody's gonna be agreeing with me. You know what I mean? So Dominican Republic took the win, 38-95. Jamaica second, 39-11. I love the angle that they gave us to watch these races because it showed a whole lot. You get what I'm saying? For the lead off, we weren't so hot on the lead off with Anishi and Ibanks. It was creditable even. Then the the second leg, the change was not smooth. It was not precise. You know what I mean? And it was very close in terms of the end of the zone. Um, Rowan Watson received that baton and he just, bounced on that back stretch, didn't do much damage on the back stretch. Um, Also, the change to from Rowan Watson to the man Michael Campbell wasn't a smooth one either. And then Kishane Thompson got the baton with a deficit. He was not able to make up that deficit. Yeah. But from all indications, MVP athletes, they look heavy. And that is a good look because this is not the time where you want to see athletes smooth and silky and looking all, supple in their movement in terms of gliding on the track. So it's a good look. Wasn't one of the best 4x1 for me from a Jamaican standpoint, but in itself, it's good practice, and that's why we need practice for these events because it doesn't matter how many years you have been doing running on the professional circuit. It takes time to practice for the 4x1. Multiple practices in sessions, multiple handover, multiple persons receiving. We still have problems because especially from the point of view of a coach, we like to see everything smooth and silky. A whole lot of critique when they're in training, but that is that. And a good run out, good run out from them. And on the women's side, Jamaica pretty much just ran with themselves, seeing, and they ran 43.80. Those changes for the Jamaican ladies, they were much better than the men. So that in itself wasn't bad at all. But I have to talk about right now. If we're talking about relays, Canada is the leading team right now because over, I think it's Florida relays, Canada defeated the United States. Yes, Canada defeated the United States in that one. Big win for them in that event. You know what I mean? For them to come out and put pressure upon the US team, and they ran 38:09, nippy time at this time, right? US was 38:16. Aaron Brown, Jerome Blake, Brendan Rodney, and Andre DeGrasse had it real in place for Canada. They were a little bit back when it comes over to the anchor leg, but DeGrasse ran past the man Robert Gregory. Christian Coleman was the leader for US. Kyrie King to Arian Oxtail Knighton, and then Robert Gregory on anchor. So it was a good win for the Canadians. 38:09. I think that is a very good time to run. You know what I mean? On the women's 200 meters over there in Miramar, Tamari Davis 22:42, Tia Clayton 23:05, and that 22:42 4.1. It was windy, like I said. Cedrica win 23:10 for third. Janelle Smith of Jamaica fourth, 23:18. Crystal Slowly 23:354 fifth, and in sixth position, Aris Arisa Kishima 23:46. Gabriel Cunningham 23:51. Mackenzie Dunmore 23:90. Stephanie Davis 24:50. And Brittany Mason 25:77. So that's complete the 200 meters. Tamara Davis was on top. On the men's side of things, interesting. The US took that one. Demarius Smith, positive 3.5 meters per second, 20.41. Windy again. Nigel Ellis, 20.52. Javari Thomas. Is Javari Thomas United States athlete or Jamaican athlete? Interesting. But they have a US flag beside him, unless there's a Javari Thomas from the United States. 20.61. Rashid Broadbell, the hurdler, taking up the 200 meters, clock 20.79. Yuki Koki, 20.91. Abdullah Abkar Mohammed, 21.04. Giancarlo Martinez, 21.08. So that was the it for the men's 200 meters. Good run there from the athletes in that sort of condition. Puerto Rico's Ryan Sanchez, 1 minute 15.01, taking the 600 meters ahead of Olivier Desmules, 1 minute 15.19, and third, Jesus Tonatu Lopez, 1 minute 15.23, and that completes the top three for the 600 meters. On the men's 110-meter hurdles, Jamal Britt, 13.19. Devion Wilson, 13.23. Those two are Jamaican. LaFrance Campbell, 13.31. Eduardo Rodriguez, 13.55. Johan Chavera, 13.59, completes the five-man cast for the 110-meter hurdles. Jamal Britt coming out on top. On the women's side of things, you have Rainier Jones, 12.76. Paula Sampson of Jamaica, 13.04. Gabrielle Cunningham, she had a miss up and she did not finish that one. 300-meter dash, I gave you the results for that already. National record from Julian Alfred. On the men's side, the 300 meters for the men, We have Rashid McDonald clocking 32.39. Big run there from Big Boy. You understand? Ahead of Toby Harries of Great Britain, 32.47. Wendell Miller of Bahamas, 33.445. Rakiwa Aito, 33.53. Kyle Gale of Barbados, 34.10, completes the field there. Big win there from Rasheen McDonald. On the men's side of things for the 100 meters, Jamaica was on top. Rowan Watson 9.99, Johan Blake 10.06, Alex Oganda 10.14, Melvin Marcelino 10.16, same time given to Brian Lavelle 10.16, and the wind reading for that event that Brian Lavelle ran was positive 4.0, hurricane again. Rowan Watson was positive 2.7, so that was over the allowable. So that 99.99 won't be ratified as one of the. I gave it the results on the women's side. Kayla White defeating Brenna Williams, and it was good. Can we say that this meet was a good meet? Should we probably look beyond Miramar? I mean, it's a training day. It's a competitive training day for all athletes. So yes, they do need something like this. Yeah, early season, you're not expecting anything big or massive in this time of the year, but these are obligations that these athletes normally, um, put out there, and they went and they performed. Some had to pull out because of whatever reason, but it was good to see the big names. They still, showed up and they actually competed and put on a performance for the fans who were in the stands. What say you, my people? Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.